Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Pushing through the contact. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 93. Alert, alert, alert. Check 93.
Throwing now is Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Allen to Beasley, first down Buffalo.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but Cole Beasley, he's in his 10th NFL season, and in 2020, his best year yet. 82 catches, close to 1,000 yards. Loves the freedom that this Bills offense affords him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And the next-gen stats show him reaching at a top speed of 20 miles an hour. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Allen going to throw. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now Allen again. Then he's got his man here, Beasley. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 5. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Here's Haskins. It's brought in by Harris. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. They hand this off to Harris. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Harris. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On the give, this is Harris. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Harris. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
In his 5th year in Pittsburgh, a good bounce back last year for Juju with 97 catches. He wants to continue to make grabs like that and get upfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. They run with Harris. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Haskins will throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Harris. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run with Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Or are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster from 3 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 7.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. picked off by Gary and Conley. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the ground, it's Harris. Wiggles free, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
73 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming, check in. Big stop, D, big stop, let's go. Kill.
Play action. Haskins steps away. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Now it's Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. Touchdown!
Najee Harris
with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0.
Bills, nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
49's the mic, watch 49. Man, I got you.
Now Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Johnson now returning. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
He's going to go first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give to Harris. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Haskins. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again? Symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. They gonna need some therapy after this. Check 93's the mic.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's top right there. Hey, 4 down.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Let's get that ball. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Watch out.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now here's another carry for Harris. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down, being chased out left. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
Here's Haskins to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Mike 28, Mike 28. Get him.
On second down, this is Harris. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Mike 28. Here we go. All day defense. All day. Hey, number 28, Mike is coming. He's coming. Check in. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. No.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Allen. Then he finds Beasley, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Going deep for Diggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
36-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 39, Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Matt Milano gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. The Steelers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. Now Haskins to throw it. And that is incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
The Steelers send out their punter now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The end result, 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st down, Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going deep for Diggs. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins buying time to his left. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Taron Johnson made the stop. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Haskins.
And he'll just get rid of it.
How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Harris. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They hand this off to Harris. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Steelers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.